Spring has sprung. It's in full sproing. Everywhere you look, the first signs of life are poking out of the ground, like a slow-motion jack-in-the-box. Pop! Wow, you startled me there. But I'd like to know, why are they early bloomers? Where are they from? And which one would look best if worn like a little hat?
Hi, I'm Luba, and I love nature. But if I'm being honest, I don't know what most of this stuff is. I know that that's a tree, and that's a flower, but I want to know more. And how are we supposed to help the environment unless we can identify it? Well, it's never too late to learn, and there's one thing I do know for sure. Nature's cool. Daffodils, crocuses, tulips, they're all staples of spring, but why? Let's ask flower farmer and springtime expert, Jaime Lavers. Hi, Jaime.
Hi, Luba.
What a beautiful day.
Isn't it? Little chilly, Luba.
I don't know, I'm just happy to be here.
Me too.
I hope you're okay if I ask you some questions about flowers.
Absolutely.
One thing I've noticed is that in spring, a lot of the first flowers that we see come from bulbs. So I was wondering, why do bulbs think they're so much better than everyone else?
I don't know, it's kind of funny. I guess they do go into a little bit of a hibernation over the winter, and they're just ready to sort of come out and show us some color for spring.
Okay, so they're kind of like people.
Yeah.
They just hunker down, and then when it's nice out, they go, hello.
Here I am.
I'm alive again.
Yeah.
Look at me. One of the most recognizable flowers that we see all the time in spring is
The tulip. You may recognize it from usually having 6 petals, which are actually called tepals, in a wide array of colors. Tulips have an elongated stem, and they grow from a bulb, which is easy to confuse with onions or garlic, so careful when foraging out there.
The flowers themselves, they would have 6 petals to make up the bloom. But when we talk about the variety, there's hybrids that have like double petals.
Oh,
Yeah,
like extra cheese,
like extra cheese,
but flowers.
but flowers.
A two tulip.
A 2 tulip.
I like that. Okay, I'll order one, please. Tulips are all across Canada, from sidewalks to people's yards, so they must be from here.
I actually thought they came from the Netherlands. But if you look into it a little bit more, it's Turkey and Asia. And then the Netherlands and the Dutch, that's where they produce the most. 80%, I think, of the market tend to come from there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, they came a long way.
sure did.
Are they invasive?
I wouldn't say that they're invasive. Like when I think of invasive, I think of roots jumping over and sort of starting a few feet away and that sort of thing. They do stay within an area, but they do multiply.
Okay.
So if you were in a spot where you didn't want additional tulips,
Yeah.
then you would just take them out.
Yeah, they're not going to take us over. They're not a
No.
dandelion.
But
or
it would be
anything.
pretty if they did.
Yeah, that'd be okay, actually.
Yeah.
What can we do with tulips today?
Why don't we make a bouquet?
That sounds great. I'd love that.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Jaime's flower farm is actually a U-pick called the Petal Farm, where visitors can pick and design their own bouquets. So let's see if she can teach me how to pick a peck of pretty petals.
All right, Jaime, what do we do?
Let's pick some flowers.
Okay. Hey, is it bouquets or bouquets?
Tomato, tomato.
Okay. Yeah. Well, how do we do it?
The idea is you want to have a long stem
Oh.
because to keep the tulip alive longer, you want to be able to cut it every few days with fresh water. You could even end up changing vases depending on what you have to a shorter one as they, to prolong the life of them.
Oh my goodness.
Just a little FYI.
I had no idea.
Let's pick your favorite color.
Oh no, choices. This is already so much pressure. There's so many tulips. What if I choose wrong? I can't do that. My OCD won't let me make mistakes. I've got to choose something, so let's go with
This one.
Perfect.
Okay.
So I'm gonna actually pull this out.
Oh.
You probably wouldn't do this at home necessarily. Well, this didn't come out with the bulb, but if it had come out with the bulb, then you're gonna get rid of the bulb and just cut it. When you pull them off, it does create a long stem. I tend to take off a bit of that. And this will also help when you have a bouquet in the vase like in the water.
Okay. Oh,
Easy as that.
it's beautiful.
So when you're cutting them, I would try to get down to the bottom
Down and
as
dirty.
close as you can. Do you want me to hold
Okay.
that for you?
Oh, if you like. Should I pull it?
Whatever you like. You can give it a pull or you can cut it.
Ooh.
Yeah. And you
then
did a great job. You cut it sort of on an angle, and you want to do that. It gives more space for the water to sort of get up into the flower.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. So you've got two. Once that gets into a vase and into warmth,
Okay.
it's amazing how the cool will tighten the flower up, the bloom, and the warmth opens it. These guys are called parrot because they have sort of like a fringe, right?
Carrot. Oh.
A parrot tulip.
Does it help to pick maybe younger ones so that there's more time for them to...
Yeah, I try to have some closed, some open, and some sort of half open.
Okay.
And it just allows the bouquet to sort of develop on its own, if you will, like while they're in its vase. It prolongs the life for sure.
All right, well, let's get to snipping. We have an amazing collection of tulips here. What is our next step?
We talked about making sure that we have a long stem. To avoid drooping and to extend life, we want to make sure we're taking off some of the foliage on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily all of them, but like,
Yeah.
you know, definitely the first one at the base. The more foliage that's in the water can cause damage, if anything, and bacteria and stuff in the water. So you want it as clean as possible.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
trim every couple days, add fresh water, and hope for the best.
That's right. I like variety. Some people are like, can I have all white? Kind of boring, but
No, not for
I
me.
like lots of color. So we want cold water. We also want a tall vase. So you can pop that one in.
Well, maybe I'll undress her a bit more. Sorry, ma'am. Oop, oop.
Awesome. And I like different levels of height.
Yes.
Some people don't. So it's also personal preference, right? Here's another one of those parrot ones. I think they're so pretty with all the different colors and the fringe.
It looks like a Dr.
And look,
Seuss
it's a
flower.
baby.
Oh, now I feel bad.
No, I know, but don't look.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, it never happened. Oh, ta-da! I gotta say, you are so good at this. What inspired you to start your own flower farm?
It wasn't the flowers initially, honestly, although I love flowers. We wanted to share the property with people because we get such a great feeling being outside with nature, the birds. Just, it's a good vibe, and flowers add to it. Watching things grow is pretty neat. You know, we've got a lot of wonderful flower farmers around, but there weren't any U-picks, so we thought this was a really great opportunity.
Yeah, and it probably really helps people to get like their hands into nature.
You know, I have so many pairs of gloves, and there's nothing better than getting your hands dirty without the gloves on.
Yeah, and nature is healing.
For me, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, I definitely think my mental well-being has improved since becoming a flower farmer.
Well, you and me both, just from being here. So.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow, this is really coming together. All the different levels to it. We got tall ones, we got small ones. Do, 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 do.
Nice.
Aw,
So pretty.
it's perfect.
It is.
Well, Jamie, thank you so much for teaching me about tulips today.
Thank you.
And with my freshly assembled bouquet, I'm on my way. I learned so much in my time with Jamie. I learned that tulips store energy to prepare for warmer days, and I learned that I get easily overwhelmed when presented with a lot of choices. But one thing is clear, it's spring. Mother Nature's awake, and this is just the beginning.